Hello, bonjour et privet to the first episode of my new series. My name is Wolfgang Cerny, and I was asked a couple of times by young aspiring actors how to break into the business. This might be interesting for actors, industry people, or maybe just for people who are interested in the business, in the film business, in acting, in drama. So today I want to talk about nerds. I personally come from a very sportive doctor's family. I didn't know anything about acting. I just had this dream as a kid of playing in big movies, telling these amazing, fantastical stories. Because my approach, my first step before I became an actor, I was a sportsman and a fantasy nerd. When I Googled it, it was actually quite interesting because there came up things like a geek, a techie, a dork, a dweeb, a goober, a goofball, a trekkie, and a weirdo. So not very positive. What is a nerd? A nerd basically is a person who has a huge passion for a very specific topic. Meaning they're very interested in one topic and try to learn as much as they can. And thus they end up knowing much more about this specific topic than the general public, than the rest of humanity would know. And the drive for this is love, is passion, is just really like this huge interest. And it doesn't matter what it is. It can be math, it can be real estate, interior design, it can be cars, football, fantasy, films, theater, I mean, you name it. And in my opinion, the most successful people in the world, they're all nerds. Because they all focus on one thing fully, 100%, and just never stop. For example, Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of my idols, he was, in my opinion, a fitness nerd. He just created this fitness wave in the 70s and really fully wrote it. And he was just like so into it, he would never stop, like a bulldozer. Basically, you could say nerds are intellectual bulldozers because they would never let go and they're fully into this topic. And you might now say, okay, this is all amazing, blah, 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 but why do you tell us that? Simple answer, because it helped me very much with my job. For me as an actor, it was and is super important to dive into a character and be interested in this person and what he is doing, usually it's a he, and what he is, his life was before, where he comes from, what he wants, how he reacts around other people, how he reacts under stressful situations. My fantasy nerd time really helped me to use that passion I still have for fantasy to dive into characters. And of course, if you can connect it, and I was lucky and I'm super grateful that I had the chance to play in fantasy movies already, a knight, riding a horse, having all these sword fighting stunts. And then you can combine it, of course, that is a dream. But initially, it doesn't matter what kind of character you play. The moment you have this passion, this interest in this person's life, you end up knowing so much about it, and it shows even without words. The moment you know something, it shows. And I think it's not only important for people in artistic professions, but in general, anywhere where you want to strive for greatness, where you want to not even be a perfectionist, but try to get better, try to get more into a subject, try to evolve, try to go to the next level. Everywhere you need passion. That's the motor, that's the engine that drives you forward. I think being a nerd is a very interesting way of living your life, and everyone who has never been a nerd misses out on so much. So those were my 2 cents about being a nerd and stepping into this profession. And my main opinion is that if you are a nerd, stay it, be it, live it, and use this energy for whatever profession you choose, for whatever way of life you choose, because it's your driving engine. It will always help you. Don't deny it, don't try to outgrow it and become an adult, grow up. That's a trap, as everyone says. Stay who you are.